we all do one of those things from Coco where they're like,
Close.
that was good. That was good.
From deep in your belly, Isabel.
Okay, hang on. Give me 1 second.
Okay. You are so on the spot right now.
Okay, wait. I don't know if I can right now, but I'll hit you when it comes up.
Okay. It is very difficult when put on the spot to just be like,
Hey, brother! And welcome, everyone, to the world's hardest Albus Percival Wolfric Brian Dumbledore quiz.
for the first time, maybe ever, I literally almost said hello, brother, instead of hey, brother.
Wow.
For no reason whatsoever.
Just forgot the words.
I was like, yeah, we counted in, we're like, let's go, and I was like, oh, I got halfway through the word. People might be able to see it if they go back and watch it in an instant replay. I'm like,
Right.
hey,
What's up, brother?
hey, brother.
Hey, I've done this before.
Anyway, Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
More importantly, how well do you think you know this man?
I mean, we've made a lot of videos about Dumbledore.
If there is...
So, hopefully well, but like there's like tiny details that show up in these quizzes that you're like, yeah, I guess that's true.
There's the inevitability of the like, what is the password to Dumbledore's office in Harry's second year? And it's like, I know it's candy.
I know, right? It's like, that does that mean I know Dumbledore? No, it's just like an adjacent Dumbledore fact.
But you are J, so adjacent facts tend to work in your favor.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That's how it works.
All right, let's dive on. In case you guys are new to the Jay versus Ben format, this is how it is going to work. Quizabelle is on the other end of the camera. She's waving. We can see her, but you can't. She's going to be reading us today's standard 10 questions plus an additional 5 from our Quizmasters over on Patreon.
As usual, Ben and I have to answer all the questions completely from memory, which I'm feeling good about because Ben just forgot, hey, brother.
Hello there.
But if we both agree we have no idea, we can get the multiple choice from Quizabelle. And if you'd like to play along with this, there's a link in the description and down below.
Quizabelle, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Ben. How are you doing?
Are you excited to be here today?
I'm excited to be here every day. I like my job.
Hey, I like my job too. Especially because of you guys.
Oh, man.
Aw.
Now I'm crying happy
Super.
tears.
Happy tears.
You can't see them because they're invisible.
There.
Right. Yeah, because the camera's not pointed at you.
And not real.
And not real.
I'm not real.
What do you think?
Rolling!
What do you think?
Nailed it.
Ooh, who's that?
Mad Eye Moody.
Is that me?
It's Isabel.
It's Isabel. Hold on, wait.
For the folks at home who have no idea what Isabel looks like.
That's basically it.
What did you do?
I've added bangs, but you can't tell because it doesn't work.
Well, those two lines I kind of assumed were bangs, but I guess in hindsight, it's eyebrows.
Those are such epic bangs. You really captured how ovular her head is.
Almost as big as my
Hey
head.
Arnold.
Hey, Arnold.
Hey Arnold.
That's really good, Jay. From memory, too.
Thank you.
Okay. Is this better, Isabel? Sorry, hold on.
Now we're talking.
Now we're just bullying
Now we're
me.
It's like a
No, you have to show me.
it's like a really scary like jack-o'-lantern.
Very bad. Very bad.
I don't know. You look pretty happy about it.
Did you do something to your hair?
Tim Burton is
I
gonna
will
call
never
you.
defeat the
Yes.
Moaning Myrtle allegations with that one.
50 points if it goes through her head.
Question 1. What job does Albus Dumbledore repeatedly turn down?
Oh.
All right, you ready?
Got it.
3, 2, 1, go.
Minister for Magic.
Minister of Magic.
Of Magic.
Why were you so concerned, Ben?
Well, because I always say Minister for Magic
Yeah.
because I think it said that way once.
It's in Cursed Child. They say Minister for Magic in every time.
Okay,
Yeah.
is that what it is?
You're both correct. for
It's
the
otherwise
record.
Minister of Magic.
Yes.
Okay.
Ding! Yay!
Good start.
Let's go. Question 2. How many turns of the Time Turner does Dumbledore suggest Harry and Hermione should use to save Sirius and Buckbeak?
Wow, we have 0 banter.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay,
Yeah.
you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2,
3!
It is always 3.
It is 3.
Yeah.
Oh
it
man, you
is.
paused for a while after that. I was
sure
like,
it's 3.
we're about to go into outrage mode.
Well, I feel like I can mess with you guys at least 30% for those drawings. So
What are you talking about? Those were stunningly accurate.
We are known for our illustration
They
capabilities.
were great. They were great for people of our skill.
All right, question 3, our first Quizmaster question of the day. This question was submitted by Mischief managers and voted on by patrons. What does Dumbledore say Dobby can call him?
Oh.
Oh man.
I know. It's like a.
Do you have it?
I know like the first 2 words. I like.
That's a
Reach for it.
You can get it.
Come on.
I can't. It's like I can go in the room in my brain and like find like, you know, the scene, but
Maybe if you guys put your foreheads together, your
No.
brain cell will spark.
our brain cell. I would go multiple choice.
Okay, yeah.
Oh man,
Just,
okay.
Just because I'm not going to
agreed.
remember the last word.
All right. Is it A, a loony old buffer, B, a batty old conquer, C, a barmy old codger, or D, a daft old galoot? You think that helped?
Yeah. Yeah. That helped.
Ben doesn't look so confident.
You don't look so sold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're good fake answers.
Oh, sir.
Of course, sir. I'm an elf.
I'm an elf.
You
Ready?
got something?
I got something.
Yeah.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
C.
C.
It is C.
Yay!
But Dobby is not wanting to.
But oh man, what a
That's 'cause
good.
giving Dobby a sock.
A sock.
Dobby is a free elf.
Oh, Dobby. I love Dobby.
Dobster.
Man, I will tell you what. The scene in the movie when Dobby dies.
Not in my house.
Question 4. Why was Dumbledore avoiding Harry during the majority of his 5th year at Hogwarts?
Jinx, buy me a Coke.
Oh.
No talking.
I feel like he gives a pretty wishy-washy answer for this. The real answer is because it would have made things too easy for Harry if he could have talked to Dumbledore.
If you could just like, hey Dumbledore, but sir, I
sir.
have questions.
Look at me!
That's actually that's another good moment. Yeah, so I think like I'm using a word here, but I think it's I don't know. I would argue my case if needed.
Okay.
All right, so 3, 2, 1.
So he's afraid Voldemort would attack him through Harry?
Yeah, I said spy, but like I mean like use the shared connection to
Yeah.
disadvantage Dumbledore.
I mean, yes. I would say you're both correct.
Boom.
Kat specifically wrote he was afraid Voldemort would use Harry against him / possess him.
Okay.
So I would
Yeah.
say you guys nailed it. Yeah.
Okay. Huzzah!
You're still
Eye
tied.
contact is apparently where it's at. Seems like Dumbledore still could have just been like, Harry, just don't look at me in the eye.
Yes, yes.
Ask me any question you need.
We have a shade here in the suite.
Have a shit. Yeah, exactly. Talk to me through the wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have
Right.
like a confession booth.
Right. Yes.
Right.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Seems like there are ways around this.
Yes.
You know?
It does feel that way.
You could write owls to each other.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be a great idea,
Writing.
actually. Well, that would be too easy for Harry if he could just talk to Dumbledore.
Yes,
So.
exactly.
Question 5. Which member of the Gaunt family did Dumbledore seek out for information and memories about Tom Riddle?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Right?
Right.
No
Yeah.
problem.
Maybe.
No problem. Most,
Could be.
most likely. I feel good about it.
Me too.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Morphin.
Isn't it?
It's Morphin, but it's spelled with an F.
Is it?
That's what this says. I don't know things.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, also, but I
I'll
would
give it
say
to
just
you.
per the phrasing of the question, I would say he probably seeks out all of them, but this is just the only one he can get.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You know?
I mean, fair.
You are without doubt the worst.
Because Marvolo has already died
I
in
think so.
Azkaban.
Yeah. I
Yep.
guess so is Merope.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking to Merope certainly would have been.
That would have been
insightful.
tricky.
Yeah.
That would have been I mean, couldn't you just time turn her back then and talk to her?
No.
No.
There are rules against that. The
Yeah.
first child just decided to do whatever it wanted to, and
Right. It's like, nah, why don't you just go like 10 years back? It's fine.
yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
This
no big deal.
works.
Question 6, our second Quizmaster question of the day. This question was submitted by Ben Henderson and voted on by patrons. How many goblets of potion does Dumbledore have to drink to get the Horcrux in the cave?
Oh my goodness! How many?
man.
How many joblets?
36
counted them myself.
How many?
Well, you know what bothers me here is that afterwards, Harry tries all these different ways to give him water, except pointing his wand like right in his mouth and going like, aguamenti.
And just be like...
He'll be like, aguamenti into the cup, and then the cup doesn't work. But like, just go straight. Why bother with the cup at all?
Yeah, you're like a water fountain.
Right,
It's too bad that Dumbledore's not like a Stanley gal with his like Stanley cup.
Yeah, why didn't he bring his own cup?
It's like, and then Dumbledore reached into the folds of his robe and pulled out a stainless steel double-walled insulated container.
Exactly.
Not
Exactly.
sponsored.
This is just like magic!
Feels like something he should have been prepared for.
And candy apple yellow.
And candy apple yellow. That's definitely his color.
Do you think he has stickers?
Yes,
Probably.
I do.
Yeah.
For sure he has stickers.
Probably one that says Potter stinks, but he like modified it to say like Potter rules.
Right, yeah. That sounds he just is like, I support all the students, Harry, okay? You know.
You just get to be on the bottle.
Right, like you're my favorite, but I still have to like support everyone, and Draco is a student here, and he's doing this whole, I got a whole side project with him. You'll see in like a couple of hours. It's gonna be, don't worry about it.
It all makes sense.
Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna die. I will die. No, I didn't say that. Snape, trust him. Professor Snape, Harry. You got it? I'm dying.
It's like I was there.
I know. Let's just replace the movie footage with that forever.
Exactly. Just cut back from me to Daniel Radcliffe in the cave like,
Aguamenti.
Water.
okay, so anyway, how many goblets
Oh man, I forgot we had a...
or seashells
yeah.
does he need to drink?
So all I can imagine here
You
is
got
that the
that?
number itself is not specifically listed.
Yeah, it's just sort of like
It's
if
just-
you were keeping track.
Yeah, if like you wanted to go through the page, it'd be like 1.
So all we can do, therefore, is guess.
You know. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
It's always 7.
It's always 7.
It's not 7.
Oh
man.
man, it's usually
If it's-
almost
if
always
it's 8,
7.
It's 12.
12, okay.
12.
I was gonna write 8, and then I was like, if I'm going for 8, I may as well go for 7.
You may as well.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, is that he almost has to have one of those Stanley Cups because 12 goblets of any fluid. I mean,
Yeah,
That's
right?
a lot
like,
that's a lot to
Dumbledore's-
drink.
He's like, gotta go to the bathroom, man.
right,
Right?
right.
Yeah. You know, he's up on the tower stalling Malfoy like, please get to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Please, can you just like agree to the terms? Oh boy.
Dumbledore's not slipping down the wall because he's slowly dying in real time.
He's
He
just
just
like-
has to pee so bad.
12 goblets, Draco.
Could you imagine if it even inside of the cave, it's like you've got like all the water all around, right? And then
Yeah.
out in the middle is like the little thing, and like here's like the pedestal where the thing is or whatever, and they're like standing over here, you know, just chilling like this.
Yeah.
And then like over here there's like a porta john.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see.
Okay. There you go.
Oh, love.
Love it.
So yeah. It's just like, so like Dumbledore's like, you know, like walking out of here with like a piece of toilet paper stuck to his foot.
Voldemort is like, he puts the drink of despair there, but it's like, but here's the thing, like, they're gonna have to go. So,
Right. It's like
Oh, Lord. Some.
all is fair in love and war.
I
you
don't
know?
want them to
It's
go
like-
in my lake.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Don't go in my lake.
Right.
Right? That's the thing. Like, you're gonna be here a while. Don't go on the floor. Like, I'm gonna be walking there. Right?
Right. It's
You
like,
think he goes back ever?
Well, Dumbledore says that he would want the person to survive so that he could arrive to question them to figure out how they found out about the Horcrux before killing them.
Exactly.
That's why the drink of despair doesn't kill you.
Yes, science!
Right.
So yes.
Convenient.
Yeah.
Question 7. Who wrote Albus Dumbledore's obituary?
Do you need like nickname in the middle or anything? Or
I'm putting it in
you
there.
put it in there?
I don't think I do, but
Okay.
I'll take it.
All right. All right.
1, 2, 3.
Elphias dog breath nose.
You are correct.
Rita Skeeter's so mean.
She is so mean. Although it seems like once again a good time to be like, maybe Elphias Doge was the inventor of Dogecoin.
Probably he was.
Take her to the moon for me.
No doubt.
He's like really big on magic, but also like an early adopter of cryptocurrency.
Yeah, he just like got it like 1 foot in like Muggle, stock trading and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like, you can make money over there. They got stuff you can buy.
It's all about alternative currencies.
Right. Like,
you
we
know?
don't know when the wizarding bank system is going to collapse. It could be at any point.
Right.
You have to put it in reliable crypto muggle currency.
Precisely.
Exactly.
Well, hey, I mean, Gringotts isn't to be trusted anymore, so...
That's true. That's true. I mean, it's been broken into at least twice.
At least twice. Yeah. Safest place ever. It's just like, they have all these like, they're like, safest place in the wizarding world. It's just like, the bar's just not actually that high though.
It's like the wizarding world just dangerous.
It's just dangerous, you know? They're saying safest, but like out of 10, safest is still like, Hogwarts is like a 4.
It's like it's like one of the houses in like the Saw movies. It's like, this is the safest room in the house. It's full of syringes.
Right.
But like, it's the safest.
It's the safest one.
Yeah.
Just don't touch any of them.
Just don't touch them.
Just
How hard
don't
is
speak
that?
parcel tongue and don't open the Chamber of Secrets.
Don't get thrown into the pit of syringes. It happens.
Don't have the Dementors come kiss you while you're on your broom and fall, like, presumably what should be to your death, but
Right.
somehow survive.
Magic.
Sure. Question 8. When the Ministry of Magic threatened to strip Dumbledore of his accolades in Order of the Phoenix, what is the only thing he cares to keep?
Got it. I'm sure easy to do though.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
As long as they keep him on the chocolate frog cards.
That's correct.
Yeah.
The fun theory behind that was the possibility that Dumbledore uses the chocolate frog cards as a way to communicate with all the other members of the Order of the Phoenix. So it's like, it doesn't actually super matter to him necessarily, but like, it's also using like candy, which is like a very like Dumbledore thing.
Right,
It's like
it's
a
like-
way to like communicate, because like that's the type of stuff that like Voldemort doesn't understand.
Yeah, and it's like Dumbledore's chocolate frog card like actually has him appearing in and out of the portrait.
We can't expect him to hang out there all day.
It's like that, you know, but like the other wizarding pictures are like that, so
Yeah.
you kind of can.
Right.
And they say we have ways of communicating that are better than Dolores Umbridge's fireplace, and it's like, we don't know what those other ways are. But this would be a good way.
Most likely the chocolate frog cards.
Most
it's
likely.
also like Hermione uses like
Yeah, it's like the protein charm.
Yep, on all the coins.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you think Voldemort was always like really upset that he wasn't going to be on one? Like, you think that was part of his goal?
Oh,
He was I take over the world and then I get on the freaking card.
Right, yeah, at some point in his plan, like after he takes over Hogwarts, it's like, I'm talking to chocolate frog people. I'm getting on that card.
I'm getting on the card.
I'm
In fact,
on the card.
I'm the only one who will be on cards from now
Right,
on.
that's it. They're all Voldemort.
I got about 6 of him.
Oh man, I
That's
got
it.
Voldemort again.
Yeah.
The people at Chocolate Frog Company are like, you know, it kind of misses the point. Like, people want to buy more to get
Wanna
more
collect
cards.
them.
And he's like, no, they'll get more of me.
They get more of me. That's all there is.
How bad could I possibly be? Let's see.
You think he changed them to chocolate snakes?
Chocolate snakes for sure he did, and then they kind of just look like turds.
Oh man.
Gross.
But they still slither.
They still slither.
Yikes.
Those are the worst kind of turds.
Question 9, our third Quizmaster question. This question was submitted by Tara Walker, Epizki, and Dumb Genius, and voted on by patron. After being cursed by the ring, Dumbledore said that the death was coming for him as surely as what Quidditch team will finish at the bottom of the league.
Oh man. Should we do it in song form?
Yeah.
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Chud the cannons, boom, boom, boom.
We are not pirates.
I so hope like 10 of you got that.
I love it.
It is such a deep SCB throwback.
It absolutely is.
That's such a beautiful rendition.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Well rehearsed.
The intro to our old Rocket League team.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Phew, something tells me that those episodes have aged like spinach.
Aged like milk.
Milk.
Yeah.
Or chocolate snakes.
Yeah. Slither turds.
What an appetizing name.
Who'd have thought? Today's the day where the captioner is like, you made me write turds several times.
He's having a ball.
You think the
Captioner's having a ball.
The Spanish dub guy is like, oh.
As long as we give him a shout out, I think he's like, okay, all right, thanks. At least you acknowledge.
Yeah. She.
Okay. Sorry. Where are you slithering off to? You got some business to attend to?
Oh, man.
Yeah, see ya.
Yep.
All right.
Well, hello and welcome everybody to the Scenic Route, where I just like to keep everything nice and cozy, sweet, comfortable, candles. Wait a second. Candles. So real quick, here's the backstory. Once upon a time, I bought the domain name wizardingcandles.com. This was like a long time ago, and I basically did nothing with it for years and years and years. And then finally we were like, hey, wait a second, wizardingcandles.com, that's something we can use. That's something we can do. And so that's exactly what we did. We came up with a Wizarding Candle subscription where each month we have a different wizarding themed candle with its own unique scent and design. This month is the Gamekeeper candle, and it smells amazing. Honestly, it's one of the best ways to support the show and us here at Super Carlin Brothers, and to make your house smell just absolutely lovely, cozy, comfortable, and candles in the process. If you want to check it out, be sure to head on over to wizardingcandles.com. You can get 10% off each month with a subscription. Link in the description down below.
And welcome back to the Scenic Table, everyone, where I need to give a huge thank you to today's sponsor, MeUndies. Now look, y'all, summer is closing in fast, which feels like the time for travel and kicking back, but me personally, it feels like the perfect opportunity for a staycation, and there's almost no better way to relax, whether it be outside in the sunshine or cooling off indoors, than with a fresh pair of MeUndies. You get it. Seriously, I dare you to be more comfortable than me right now. If you haven't experienced the extreme softness of MeUndies fabrics, then let me assure you that you are in for a treat. I have been a subscriber to this subscription program for years now, and in the beginning, I always looked forward to MeUndies Day, but now, that's all I wear. And for good reason. MeUndies covers all the bases. They're absurdly comfortable and flexible. They come in classic colors, but then also fun and festive adventurous prints. And they use sustainably sourced materials and work with partners that care for their workers. A truly underrated feature of any company, if you ask me. Or, you know, Quizabelle, whoever's hosting this one, I forget their name. Good things come in big packages at MeUndies. Get 20% off your first order plus free shipping at MeUndies.com/brother. That's MeUndies.com/brother for 20% off plus free shipping. MeUndies, comfort from the outside in.
Question 10. What does Dumbledore personally do to the Goblet of Fire to ensure students can't trick it? Trick it's fun to say. It's like that cracker, Trisket. It's always the age-old question of what do I do while you guys sit in silence and write? It's like, do I say something? Do I fill the void?
Isabel starts like her own like little show where it's like, all right, well the guys are writing, so let me pick up where I left off.
Yeah. Where were we?
Yeah.
Where were we?
I gotta get the fame started now, so I gotta use the time that I have, you know.
There you go. There
Right.
You use that platform.
Ethan's gonna cut all my segments.
All right, you got it?
All right, yep. 3, 2, 1.
So draw an age line around it.
Draw an age line around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
There you
Yay!
go. No one thinks to like Wingardium Leviosa the paper across it, you know? Or like
Do you think that
throw
would
it.
work? Throw it.
Yeah. I don't see why not.
I mean, Harry does. He does throw that firework into the potion in year 2.
Yeah.
When they're breaking into Snape's office for the Polyjuice stuff.
It seems, or apparently also what could have worked is just giving your name to an older student and letting them walk across.
That would have worked.
Yeah.
Well, because he asked, he's like, did you have one of the older students do it for you?
Yeah. I didn't think anyone would think of that.
Yes.
Ah!
I thought of everything except for that.
Moody is able to walk up and do it, and he just puts Harry's name in.
I guess that's true.
You know, and his way around it isn't circumventing the age line because he's old enough. He just confunds the thing itself.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So yeah, I think that would have worked if anyone could have just thought of that at all.
That's fair. Yeah. But then you would need somebody to like agree to do it for you.
Doesn't seem that hard.
Somebody in high school would do it.
Yeah, someone would do it.
I mean, if Fred and George had been of age, they totally would have done it.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
Exactly.
True.
There's got to be some other hooligan willing. Question 11. What flavor of Bertie Bott's every flavored bean did Dumbledore tell Harry he was unfortunate enough to taste in his youth?
Oh.
Boom. Alas. It works.
That was good. Okay. It was like, yeah.
He's like still chewing it. He's like, this is the fun.
Oh, this is the yeah. All right, yeah.
Well, you lose some, you lose some more.
I love that Wizard Candy's like, hey, it's gonna be mildly inconvenient, but you're still gonna buy it.
I know. It's like
anyway.
Wizard Candy doesn't like. They always make it sound so fun to like have Wizard Candy, but like there doesn't seem to often be that many upsides to Wizard Candy.
It's like it's always kind of like a prank.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It's like I don't know why Muggle Candy wouldn't still just be great. It's like chocolate frog, super fun. You get the cards, but the frog can escape.
Yeah, right,
You know?
yeah.
Like you might not get the chocolate.
Not to
I know,
mention
and
just
also,
eating like
you have to eat like a squirming chocolate frog.
Yeah,
it's
Do you
trying
think
to
he's
get
got
away
like
from
chocolate
you.
guts?
chocolate guts. I
You
hope
think you
not.
bite open him, he's like, oh no, his chocolate heart fell out.
Oh,
That would be so
man.
sad. Do you
That
think
would
it's like the squishy chocolate inside, or do you think it's like dense?
I don't know. One of my least favorite things about the chocolate frogs they sell at Universal is that it's like a brick.
Yeah.
It's like
My
it's
least
like
favorite
too
thing.
much chocolate.
Yeah.
I agree.
My least favorite thing about those chocolate frogs is all of it.
Yeah.
Except
They
for the card.
They should be
The
smaller
card is good.
Yeah.
and more delicious.
Yes.
And still come in the same box.
Mhm.
I feel like if they were that like thin chocolate, they would taste so much better.
Like
you bite into it and it almost like cracks
cracks.
because it's like hollow.
Okay.
Because it has chocolate organs inside.
I was thinking like air.
like
hair. You want a hollow frog?
I'd rather have that than like the brick.
I
Like,
would-
Maybe it should be more like a fudge frog.
I feel like it should be
fudge would be good.
like
Yeah.
a truffle.
Like a truffle kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a Lindor truffle. Like,
Ooh.
but it's a frog.
Yes. Okay, now we're cooking with gas.
Gorgeous.
Also, I'm trying to remember this line because
Stalling.
I am. Well, actually, you guys are distracting me
Sorry.
from
Sure.
thinking. No, it's okay.
Sure.
I'm just trying to think that. Let's see, because. But now I'm thinking of like all the various ones that like I know, like Fred swears he got a bogey flavored one, and then there's like.
Imagine just wanting a sweet treat and you like get like a booger flavored jelly.
This is
bean.
already the problem with Jelly Bellies, though. Like, they're already, like, if you just get random assortment, like...
Yeah, half
like,
of them are bad.
Half of them are bad, even if they're supposed to be good. Like,
were you
there's
guys-
you can't, like, pop, like, a handful of Jelly Bellies into your mouth, because, like, that's a terrible idea.
Right, it's like squishing a whole bunch of Play-Doh together. You just
Right.
end up with like grayish brown.
Exactly. You don't want that. You gotta, like, then you gotta narrow in. That's why.
I mean, I just feel like jelly beans in general don't taste very good.
I like Starburst jelly beans, minus the purple ones. Just,
Purple.
minus the purple ones.
They have purple ones?
Yeah. You probably don't remember because you didn't eat them because they're terrible. Well, Ben, thanks. Allow me to tell you about my awesome shirt right here, which you may notice looks like the painting behind us, because it is that painting. We just modified it to look like Pride colors, because this is our Pride shirt for this year, and it is available right now at CarlinBrothersMercantile.com.
There you go. All
There
the
you go.
proceeds donated to the Roanoke Diversity Council.
Oh, you can pull that out of your head.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
What is a bad flavor?
What would taste bad?
What would not be good?
What would taste bad?
Oh my gosh.
Did I just snort one of these? I just laughed so hard I blew it out with my nose exhale.
Oh no, it's gonna burn unevenly now.
Oh man.
Get
I
this
don't
man
know.
some matches.
I don't know. This is not it. I know it's not it. This is something else. 3, 2, 1.
Vomit flavored one.
It's vomit.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, but here's the thing: is vomit can taste like a lot of different things.
Why?
So that's kind of ambiguous.
Why would they even make a vomit flavored one?
Why would they even do it?
Why? That's not fun at all. Like, it's just gonna make people not buy them.
Do you think it'll make people vomit?
I'm actually
Probably.
having flashbacks to the danger beans.
The danger beans
from
were
like
terrible.
a Wheel of Punishment. They are really
So
really
bad.
bad. Like I feel like it like can actually like evoke like real nausea.
Right. Like, imagine if like that wasn't a known thing you like subscribed to when you bought the Jelly Bellies. That was just all Jelly Belly bags ever might have those flavors.
Yeah. I would
Why?
never eat them.
This like it's such a fun product when you're reading about it and like Harry and Ron are eating them, but in real life, no.
I just had a thought. I feel like the way that it works is that whatever the flavor is, it is just something that makes you vomit a little bit.
So it's like amortentia, but like vomit flavor.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Next quest.
All right. Question 12. Our fourth Quizmaster question of the day. This question was submitted by Keely Ray and JC and voted on by patrons. What did Dumbledore order for dinner at the Yule Ball? Ben has a smirk. He's back.
I'm back.
He's
I'm
back.
going.
Oh yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Pork chops.
Pork chops.
It is pork chops.
Yeah, it is.
Huzzah!
Nothing gets you in the mood for some dancing like pork chops.
Like pork chops. Pork chops, when good, are amazing, are frequently otherwise very dry.
Very dry, easy to overcook.
This is so true.
Yeah.
Anytime I go to somebody's house and they're like, all right, we're having pork chops for dinner, I'm like, ooh, this is a gamble.
It's like, boy.
Man, all right.
I'm either going to have to lie to you or I'm going to have a great night.
Yes. This could go well or poorly.
Question 13. Where was the first country Albus Dumbledore and Elphias Doge were planning on visiting during their grand tour after graduating from Hogwarts?
Oh,
The first country they were planning.
I'll go multiple choice.
Okay.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah. This is what came to mind, but I don't think it's right.
Okay. Is it A, France, B, Italy, C, Spain, or D, Greece?
Oh, man. So not my guess at all.
None of these feel quite as like...
International.
Yeah.
They're all like sort of close by.
They're all sort of cool. This would be like
Europe
as an
be like
American
that.
being like, yes, I'm going on my grand world tour. I'm going to Kansas.
Canada.
No, even Canada's too, like, far out of America. I mean,
Yeah.
like, we're like a bunch of tiny little countries.
We are. Yeah. America is just geographically quite large.
Huge.
Okay.
So is Canada, but you can only live in like 2% of it.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
I have a guess.
I have a guess.
3, 2, 1.
Greece.
I said Greece too.
It is Greece.
Woo!
Hey.
Yeah, boy, I almost went France.
Man,
My
oh,
guess was
mayonnaise.
Bhutan.
That would have
Bhutan.
retied you.
That would have been very wrong.
Cambodia came to mind for me, so
So we were both just way off the map.
definitely nowhere else.
They were actually going to go play Survivor. So
Yeah.
they were going to go to like Nicaragua and play
Oh.
Survivor for 30 days.
Survivor's mostly played in Fiji these
Ah.
days.
Okay. They zeroed in.
Yeah.
Got a new like a locale.
Yeah, they're just sort of, I think they were just like, you know what? The game isn't about where we are, it's about the game.
Yeah.
So let's just like stop moving the whole set around and we'll just use the same islands and we'll have the same permits and we'll have the same beaches and it's fine. That doesn't affect your viewing pleasure.
Yeah, but that would have been like in like recent seasons of
You're
Survivor,
right.
but they would have graduated closer like season minus
Yeah.
97.
Way. Yeah.
But Jeff was still the host.
Jeff was
Yes.
still the host, there's no
Yeah.
doubt.
It was just Elphias Doge, Dumbledore, and Jeff Probst.
Yeah.
Do you like me at all?
Okay, question 14. What award did Albus Dumbledore win for his exceptional spellcasting as a student at Hogwarts?
What award did he win?
Which Weekly's most charming smile award?
One Dogecoin.
Dumbledore, that was some spectacular spellcasting, my best friend who I'm going to Greece with.
This will be worth a fortune someday.
Have a Dogecoin. I'm studying wizard banking. Apparently not.
Let's go multiple.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Is it A, the Barnabas Finkley Prize, B, Bartimus Furnunculus Prize, C, Bartleby Frisky Prize, or D, the Brigadier Featherington Prize?
Okay.
I got
it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
A.
A.
It is A.
Was that last one a Bridgerton reference?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I got it.
Bartleby.
I got it. Okay.
Bartleby makes me think of Bluey.
Man, I can't help but feel like several of these questions have come from the same chapter.
Yeah.
Or at least Deathly Hallows, because you've got like the Rita Skeeter article and then the
Yeah.
Elphias Doge.
Yeah.
The obituary.
Like that answer also would have come from like the Elphias Doge obituary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ben, you can retie so that we can untie again.
Okay.
You want a tiebreaker.
I do, but I don't know what it'll be, so it'll really put me on the spot. So it is time for question 15, our 5th Quizmaster question of the day. This question was submitted by Mr. Legends and Law Ninja and voted on by patrons. According to the last line of his Chocolate Frog card, what 2 things does Dumbledore enjoy?
Pretty sure this is right. I'm pretty sure I got it.
Man, we are going just so into the depths.
I know. This
Okay.
one's...
I think I'm afraid I'm blanking on one.
I think I just...
It is only 2 things.
I know. I feel very certain about one, and I can't think of what the other is.
You got it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have a guess.
Suspense.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Said chamber music and 10-pin bowling.
Oh my gosh.
It is 10-pin bowling and chamber music.
Yes! Oh, I had opera written down, and
No
I changed it
way.
to chamber music. Oh no! Wow.
It's not just Ben who's done that now.
My excitement for winning.
Man.
Woo! Man, I was totally crossword braining that one. I was like, opera sounds right. I feel like he does like opera.
Vomit and chamber.
There you go. Chamber music and vomit. All you need to know about Dumbledore.
2 words cost me today's victory.
Yeah.
Wow. And they're both kind of things you could do in bathrooms.
You think chamber music is bathroom music?
Well, like a chamber room is
Right.
a bathroom,
Yeah,
right?
sure,
You know?
sure.
Chamber pots.
Yeah.
Are,
I guess it's
are
like, I'm thinking more
Chamber
like
of
an entrance
Secrets.
chamber or something.
entrance chamber. Yeah.
Right.
Where do you play chamber music?
Yeah.
Or is it like elevator music?
chamber music? Sounds like church music, I think.
What even
I
is
don't
chamber
know.
music?
What even is chamber
What
music?
even is it?
Is it like when one person stands on stage and like enunciates rather loudly or like across like a massive vocal range?
What would be...
Opera music.
Oh, okay.
That was a joke on my
Okay.
answer, you know. Like,
It's like, what would be chamber about that?
Yeah, like,
That's so chamber.
that is so chamber right now. Darn it! Okay, well,
No tiebreaker necessary. Not today.
I'm sorry, guys.
So instead, I won by 2.
You did win by 2.
Yes. Oh, booyah!
Oh, that's gonna hurt later.
This has been a hard year for Jay vs. Ben points.
It has been a hard year.
Yeah.
Man. Okay, well, as ever, everybody, thank you so much for playing along. Let us know how you did in the towel section down below. And now we need to give a huge thank you to these Quizmasters who support us over on Patreon.
Big shout out to Mischief Managers, Ben Henderson, Tara Walker, Pisky, Dumb Genius, Keely Ray, JC, Mr. Legends, and Law Ninja.
If you too would like to try to stump us in a future episode of Jay vs. Ben, you can do so by heading on over to patreon.com/SuperCarlinBrothers and selecting the Quizmasters tier.
But don't even bother, you don't stand a chance, you can't stump us. Thanks again.
Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
And if you want some more Harry Potter action from us, check out our podcast, Through the Griffin Door, right here, which is actually going on tour. There are still tickets available for New York, Boston, and Philadelphia.
It's gonna be so much fun. We hope to see you there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, until next time,
Bye!